Hello, hello, and welcome back to Reverse 1999. We should be near the end. So last time, have Recoleta basically just evaporated. That was a shock. Yeah, let's see what happens next. Ghosts of the past, beneath the earth, those who were never granted marble nor memorials call out her name. I'm kind of curious what the hell's gonna happen next. Oh, it doesn't even say anything. Oh shit, I can't. Damn it. Are you done? On an unknown night, the wind carries the cold desolation of the desert. In the cottage with the blue roof, a girl dreams of a circular prison. Then she wakes.
Qué sueño más extraño.
Was this all a dream for her?
El sabor de la realidad, tan amargo y triste. Pero lleno de pensamiento dialéctico. Tal vez la gente del panóptico reflejaba mis pensamientos internos.
She looks around, surveying the cobwebbed corner where stacks of manuscripts have piled up to the ceiling and over empty ink bottles collecting dust.
Entonces realmente soy un personaje en la novela. La misteriosa cabaña con el techo azul fue mi hogar todo el tiempo. Entonces, los rumores que los fantasmas propagaron eran realmente eso. Rumores.
Damn. Goddamn poor girl. The young writer steps out of her home and into the streets of the familiar yet foreign desert town. Countless nameless characters and ghosts arrive upon hearing the news, filling the roads and skies.
Bienvenida de nuevo a Amalfitano, querida escritora.
Gracias, querido ícono del capitalismo. Pero, ¿no descarré esta novela en pedazos?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Is this like your last memories? Like your final thoughts or something? A woman wearing a peculiar hat steps forward. Oh, Vertin.
Verás.
No.
Amalfitano es una dimensión más allá de la vida y la muerte.
Not Vertin. The stand-in for Vertin.
Este pueblo es un reflejo de tus pensamientos internos. Es incorpóreo. No puedes desgarrar algo incorpóreo en pedazos. La literatura es infinita y atemporal, como un río que fluye a través de la vida y la muerte. No me extraña que seas mi personaje favorito. Nunca dejas de iluminarme.
Desafortunadamente, la literatura es una vocación peligrosa e inútil. Nadie entiende realmente, ni siquiera recuerda tu trabajo. ¿Recuerdas el dicho? Los únicos verdaderamente muertos son aquellos que han sido olvidados.
Like that saying, right? You die twice. Right? You die when you're in the grave, and you die when someone says your name last.
Recoleta, desaparecerás para siempre si dejas a Amalfitano otra vez. Será como si nunca hubieras existido.
Siempre he admirado tu pensamiento crítico, señor. Encaja perfectamente con tu rol.
Rough hands grasp the writer's palms, feeling all the lines etched into her skin.
Todo estará bien, Recoleta. Lo que sea que haya pasado. Ahora has regresado. Eso es lo que importa. El dado de Babilonia rodará de nuevo. Y cada uno de nosotros obtendrá nuestros finales.
Damn. The crowd erupts into cheers.
Así es. Resuelve el asesinato en el bar y pon mi alma en paz.
Libera al pueblo de la locura infligida por el antiguo espíritu.
Arregla la aleatoriedad del dado de Babilonia y aplana la frecuencia catastrófica.
The young writer takes a step forward. Everyone, the living and the ghosts, watches expectantly.
Entonces, el final que he estado buscando es el que el otro yo no pudo darme. El yo que se lanzó de cabeza a la lucha contra un poder invencible. El yo que finalmente dejó esta tierra.
Oh man.
Después de todo este tiempo, finalmente he encontrado mi final.
She grabs the gleaming die of Babylon and rolls it. What's your end, Recoleta?
Solo un lanzamiento más. Y todo habrá terminado. Mi historia. Mi pueblo. Todo finalmente llegará a su fin. Pero el sueño sobre el panóptico también terminará, ¿verdad?
He stops.
Oh, cariño. Es solo un sueño.
No me digas que estás abandonando tu búsqueda de toda la vida por un miserable sueño.
Este sueño es cruel. Nadie entiende esta gran novela ahí ni este pueblo asombroso.
Pero aquí, eres una verdadera escritora. Este es tu hogar, Recoleta.
Pero ya extraño a mis amigos en ese sueño. Existe. Así como este lugar existe.
Yeah.
Pero nosotros también somos tus amigos, Recoleta.
Podrías desaparecer si dejas a Malfitano. ¿Estás segura de que quieres irte?
I'm sure she will, yeah. The young writer puts down the die in her hand. The die that signifies the end of everything vanishes into the sandy wind.
Sabéis cómo soy, queridos amigos. He pasado mi vida emprendiendo aventuras tontas y no recompensadas. Así soy yo, ¿verdad? Amalfitano es, en efecto, un lugar ideal. Un lugar para vagar, para un viaje corto y para perderse un rato. Y tiene ustedes, mis amigos ficticios, a quienes quiero tanto. Pero debo regresar a mi sueño y ver a mis amigos ahí. Ellos son igual de importantes para mí.
As they heard her words, the ghosts in the town smiled with relief.
Sí, tienes razón, Recoleta. No se puede negar que eres un alma noble y apasionada. Cada uno de nosotros lo sabe.
También eres nuestra querida amiga. ¿Por qué te tendremos de hacer lo que realmente deseas?
Everyone makes way for her as a path into a boundless void
Te
unfolds.
deseamos lo mejor, Recoleta. Buenas noches, querida. Que tu sueño sea dulce esta vez.
Gracias a todos, mis amigos. Nunca los olvidaré.
Damn. The girl wipes her tears from her eyes and steps into the looming darkness. All is silent as she enters the barren land. There is only the faint sound of footsteps echoing against the vast and empty darkness.
I've read your work, Señorita Recoleta. To be frank, it lacks both depth and breadth. This town of yours is still far from reflecting the complexity of society, and the narrative lacks a discerning perspective. It still needs some work if you want it to truly resonate with our audience. Just go for it, Señorita. You're at a perfect age to explore, experience, and learn.
Time wheels, and at last the girl feels her existence against the void. She reclaims her voice.
What's happening to me?
1,000 or perhaps countless faces emerge before her again.
Of course. The rise and fall of sanity is my story. So, even though the novel's been destroyed, the story, and myself along with it, lives on in the minds of those who read it.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you for your feedback, editor. Even here in this great expanse of darkness, I can still hear your words. You have my gratitude. Thank you for reading my novel, even if you didn't understand it, and likely never will.
She navigates a labyrinth of words and an endless expanse of mirrored waters, the darkness surging towards her like a rush of waves on a dark night, making her presence feel heavier.
Honestly, I find your story totally fascinating. But I'm still struggling to understand the connections between all these nameless characters. Couldn't you make it clearer? Like a movie?
But it isn't a movie, it's a book.
Typical. Trust a writer to try to be all obscure and mysterious.
Maria, Pancho, you guys are the best traveling pals I've ever had. Our paths may diverge in the future, but the joyful memories of our journey across grasslands, snowfields, and deserts together will remain forever.
It's been great coming along with you. You're totally one of a kind. We'll be waiting for you at my aunt's vineyard. A little sun after a hard day's work will do you good.
Passionate companions wave at her, never looking back as they continue forward. The girl's steps are no longer weightless. With each step she takes, they feel heavier and more real. She lingers inside the infinite masks in the mirror, the boundless universe filling her with both confusion and illusion.
There is ambition in her writing. It's passionate and poetic, fractured and chaotic. But when viewed as a whole, her work feels like little more than a superficial illusion. It lacks the depth to truly touch the soul. I will refrain from offering further comments until she stops romanticizing her childish adventures.
I see, so this guy is the realist, the guy, right?
To put it bluntly, her phraseology feels overly deliberate to the point of distortion. Her verbiage is like a collection of vague sentiment bubbles.
Oh.
I see, Aleph. Then this is how you really feel about my novel?
1,000 readers will interpret a story 1,000 different ways. Some believe the text itself is dead, and it is the reader who gives it life. The truth cannot be fully conveyed through words alone. That said, I think The Rise and Fall of Sanity is a good story.
Her heart skips a beat. Within this paradise, that hard with and boundless histories and mysteries of humanity, she finally finds the mirror to show her something.
So the Eternal Paradise is a library of sorts, just like I always imagined. Or is this just another reflection of my inner thoughts? I like it here. It's nice being surrounded by literature. But it's time to go back to reality.
Oh boy. That was something.
You're right about literature, Doorside Beggar. It is a dangerous and futile calling, but I still believe in it.
The investigators from the Foundation breathe a sigh of relief together. Recoletta's reappearance is as sudden as her disappearance. Soneto hasn't even had time to wipe the tears from the corner of her eye. Oh, poor girl who's devastated. Damn.
Recoletta! You're back! I'm so glad to see you're safe.
Jeez, can you imagine Vernon seeing another one of her friends die? Jesus.
And I'm so glad to see you two worried sick about me. Thanks, mis mejores amigas Soneto y Verton.
Oh. The reborn writer turns to the prisoner sitting dejected nearby.
See, Aleph? I still exist.
Amalfitano is gone. It's all over. You're simply a wandering ghost now, never to return home again. You may still exist, but Amalfitano will never get its ending. You've nullified its existence, rendering all of this meaningless.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I couldn't answer your question. I've failed once again.
His die falls to the ground. Once used to construct a beautiful dream, now whatever magic it held has disappeared.
Amalfitano and the Panopticon were two parts of a whole.
And now it can't exist.
With Amalfitano gone, Komala no longer has any reason to exist.
Not exactly. You can make new meaning, I guess.
I'm sorry, Aleph. You, who know all the mysteries of the world, who seek answers to every question, have lost yourself in the process. You can answer everyone else's questions, but never your own.
He's a mirror. Yeah, that was like they said. A mirror can reflect itself.
Who's the person behind that mask? Is he real? Does he still exist?
Or you a ghost too.
Who am I?
The weighty ending of the story leaves the prisoner still trapped in a blurred illusion, exhausted. Kamala Prison groans like an aging water wheel struggling under its own weight, distorting, fading, and collapsing under the currents of his mind.
Stay vigilant, everyone. This is just like when the idealist and the physician had their meltdown.
Ah, so that's what we're fighting.
Only this time, it seems even worse.
I think Aleph is trying to tear down the Panopticon.
Beyond the crumbling walls, a shivering figure is faintly visible. He grips a gun tightly. The black barrel, shaking in his hand, is aimed at the people in the room.
Freeze! Stay where you are. All of you.
Who are you? Okay, this is a new guy, I guess. Or is this real Aleph? Okay. Hey, Uncle.
Take a deep breath, soldier. The smoke's cleared now. This story, this battle, will soon come to an end. A writer has departed from her domain, leaving her creation scattered behind her, like blood-soaked bandages and fragmented skulls in the trenches. What a garbled mess.
I think I understand.
How wonderful for you. You know what? You should be the leader of the literature encryption communication team. Just arm yourself with a dictionary, and even enemies with 45 Maxim machine guns won't stand a chance against you. Because the poetry you recite will surely blow their minds before their bullets pierce yours.
Yeah, I guess. You've developed a sense of humor.
Well, it's all thanks to a certain writer, the embodiment of the wandering poet and traveler from Santiago to Buenos Aires. She impressed me with her precious experience as a cafe dishwasher and campground caretaker. What really rekindled my sense of humor was her seriousness about her literary pursuits. You'd understand what I mean if you'd ever heard a cheesy joke at a comrade's graveside. Drawing strength from her wanderings and rebellious exploits, she attempted to change society, wielding the sword of literature as a revolutionary intellectual and a leader of thought. Some would hail her as a battle angel of Latin America, with words as piercing as bullets and poems as powerful as tactical bombers.
Literature truly does have power. I do believe that. Otherwise, people wouldn't try to censor books and things like that. Knowledge and words have power, sometimes even stronger than bullets and bombs.
You stand firm in your beliefs, huh? Well, maybe that's a good thing. A commander has to trust their soldiers, or they'll be forced to surrender before long. Here, come closer. Let me tell you a secret.
Okay, what do you want to say?
Many, if not all, people foolishly think it's the executioner who drops the guillotine blade, the powder that fires the bullet.
It isn't. It's the guy that gives the order, right?
While they're half right, they're substantially inaccurate. Craters on the battlefield aren't the result of bombs, but a clashing of ideologies. A trigger pulled long before the powder ever ignited in the barrel. As for literature, well, it's probably best not to buy too much into the Latin American boom. Forget about the status report from earlier. That said, at least there's one thing that's certain. Books can bite back, and they'll leave scars.
Yeah. Alright, time for the Praise of Folie. Damn, this room is so full. That's a new... Oh, I know that guy. It's, It's the other guy. The NPC that was with the other one. A tiny boat adrift upon a sea of ideals, convinced it has hoisted its sails. The prisoner steps on from behind the wall, weapon held in his shaking hands.
I was just setting up my exhibit when everything started shaking. Then I realized it wasn't just my imagination.
How many sprites do we have now with people pointing guns at us? We have Kanye, Isolde, and now Garcia.
So I followed the cracks in the wall and found my way here. I didn't mean to eavesdrop, but something's happening to the panopticon, isn't it?
Yes. His panicked hand shifts the gun towards Aleph, who has collapsed on his side.
Are you the physician? Or is it Aleph?
He's both.
Whoever you are, please restore the panopticon to the way it was.
Oh, his eyes.
I'm begging you.
Oh, his eyes turned blank.
You can do that, right?
No. It's all over, my man. There's nothing to do. The mind that was once created in infinity now watches it as it folds back into nothing before him.
Why? Why aren't you doing anything, damn it? Why is this happening?
I was wondering why he got the gun, but they earlier mentioned that they let the prisoners keep deadly weapons for some reason.
Oh, the die. If you won't help me, then I'll do it myself.
Is no one gonna stop him? The prisoner in the desperation lunges forward.
Calm down, Garcia.
Yep, we're gonna have to fight this guy. Okay. Inside 3, level 1. Yeah, okay.
Stay behind me. I'll keep us safe.
Oh shit, no, I forgot I had this on. Oh, he didn't take any damage, what? What are your properties? Oh, okay, takes no damage on the first round. Okay, that was a bit weird. Right, let's...
Oh, I call upon my this way, please. In the name of darkness.
Oh! Oh, he was...
The curtain has fallen.
Oh, the poor guy just... He was weak as fuck. That must be symbolic.
Timekeeper, he's...
Garcia, weakened by his long confinement, is easily knocked to the ground, unable to withstand even the lightest touch of arcane skill.
Why? Why is this happening to me? I was so close. So close to completing the exhibition.
Can't you see, Garcia? There is no one controlling this place now. You're free.
He doesn't want to be free.
It isn't the die that's trapped you, nor is it the walls of this prison.
It's you. It's you yourself.
It's
right?
the rules, and that overpowering gaze from the central tower. But now that's all gone. You can go outside. You can set up your exhibit anywhere you want. No need to stay stuck in this.
I don't think he wants that. Looking back on all that he has lost, the artist cuts her off.
No, Señorita Recoleta. You've seen the world out there. You know as well as I.
Yeah, he doesn't want
that there's nowhere else I can go but here. This is the only place in the world where I can hold my exhibit. And you've ruined it. You've ruined everything.
This room's about to collapse. We've got to leave. Mr. Garcia, do you need a hand?
He doesn't.
I can take care of myself, thank you.
He's not gonna leave, is he?
I'll go a different way. I have to go back and finish setting up my exhibit.
Yeah, he's not gonna leave. He drags himself forward with strutting steps, retracing his path to leave.
Burton, what about Aleph? We can't just leave him here.
Yeah, we're probably gonna take him with us.
Of course not. We still have questions he needs to answer. Sinetto, help me get him up. Let's get out of here. Yes, Timekeeper.
The dejected prisoner looks at Sonetto with confusion.
Your words are always at odds with your thoughts. You carry an ocean of questions, yet never reveal even a single drop of them. Why have you never shared your doubts? Why do you stay silent in the face of everything and everyone around you?
Oh damn, he's talking about Vertin, isn't he? Or Soneto.
I believe in my duty.
Oh, Soneto. Okay, that makes sense. The prisoner shifts his gaze to the other Foundation investigator. Okay, what he has to say about Vertin.
As for you, paracausality researcher, you're different from any other seeker of answers. Even on a desperate, near-hopeless journey, your heart holds little doubt.
Perhaps not every question needs an answer, Mr. Aleph.
Exactly, that's what I said a few parts ago.
Is that so?
The prisoner, so used to answering others' questions, seems to have run into one of his own. But unfortunately, no one is here to answer it. Damn. Okay, this really was just a really short one, a really depressing one. Jeez, that fight was... Damn, I feel bad for Garcia. Oh, Uncle again. What do you want to say?
Look, it's sinking. Corpses float on the planks, and the fleeing prisoners are swimming toward the shore. Time to abandon ship.
What ship?
One that was exiled to a desolate corner of the ocean by the resplendent civilized world. It's both a prison and a sanitarium. Are any of your friends aboard? If so, you might find the following report a little offensive.
Is it me or is his voice a little more gruff?
Dregs of society. Human scum. These are the terms used to describe its eccentric passengers. To be fair, they do lack discipline and independence. But that may well be a response to the heavy pain they've endured. Some theorists suggest that they're innocent victims, trapped in the confines between rationality and irrationality, defined and redefined by historians as they please. But let's ditch the theories and simplify things. The moment the shackled called madness was fastened around their necks, whether they were truly mentally ill or not, their lives were forever scarred. And now, the mad passengers are storming the shore.
A favorable outcome.
I suppose it is. You can see the joy in their faces, even in the footprints they leave behind as they hop across the beach. Yes, freedom is favorable indeed. The freedom to squander our lives, to trample on the dignity of others, the freedom to embrace absurdity and meaninglessness.
Alright, whatever.
Let's dig deeper. Scavenge through the messy battlefield for dog tags. Were these people born mad?
I don't think so.
After watching the inhabitants of this earth tear each other apart in one war after another, I've concluded this. Only knowledge drives people to madness. Ignorance does not. Madness is a side effect of the sedative that is knowledge. As long as those on land continue to consume it, this ship will never be short on recruits. This is a war between madness and civilization. Both sides have leveled accusations, spilled blood, and pummeled each other. And soon, everyone will have leapt into the trenches and been beaten to a bloody pulp. Only a few can escape this fate.
Like who?
Check your 6. The one leaning against the sunken ship, showing no signs of struggle or sorrow. Garcia.
I see.
The seawater has flooded his windpipe and reddened his eyes. Yet there he is, staring blankly at the shore. He's in his home base. He holds no hope for forgiveness from his enemies. Not in the slightest. He's a one-man army, fighting only for himself. Alone.
Kind of a sad existence, I will say.
Now, do a 360 and look again.
He's been utterly defeated.
Ship of Fools, I see. Alright. Time for Chapter 19. Aspects of Madness. Dreams are the first and last dance between the dreams are the first and last dance partners of madness.
Dear Erd, why are you so interested in the panopticon of Kamala? Dear Mr. Aleph, whether as a doctor or a writer, I simply cannot turn a blind eye to the friction around me.
Especially the discord and injustice I've witnessed here in Kamala. So, I would ask of you a question. Is there any way to resolve the endless conflicts in this place?
I see, that's what you asked.
To put an end to this, a true ending is required.
And what is a true ending, Aleph?
Your arrival has made it possible for this simulation to have an ending, or rather, a victory.
What do you mean by victory? I'd appreciate it if you could clarify in simple terms. If this victory comes at the cost of any inmate's life, I'm afraid I cannot accept it. I also have another question for you. If I leave, will the stories and conflicts here come to an end?
Miss Grace of Manus Vindicte will grant you passage. But in any case, the cycle of history will continue to repeat itself in this prison, and in the entire world. The sins of humankind will not cease until veins turn to wires, flesh and bone to geometric shapes, and the world around us twists in the colors of an oil painting.
Okay, so he's talking about the storm like the Manus did, right? Cycle, the sins of humanity, right? That's what he says? Yeah, the sins of humanity.
I must say, your words have left me rather baffled. Fragments of the events you describe often appear in my dreams. Could it be that these things really happened?
So she remembers her past incarnations, it seems.
If that's the case, why can't I recall the details? Why am I left with only disconnected pieces? The madness in Kamala. These bizarre dreams. I must put an end to them. What have I forgotten? Has someone or something altered my memory? I can't shake the feeling that something crucial to me has been lost in the river of time. Some kind of duty, perhaps. What should I do? How can I recapture what I have lost?
I won't answer a question that already has an answer. One given to you by the person who escorted you here and made you a promise. You're so close to the place where the truth lies. Think carefully. Why are you here?
These letters we found have answered a great deal. But there's still something that isn't clear. Mr. Aleph, what exactly did the Manus promise Dr. Dorez?
Yeah, I kind of want to know too.
An era.
Oh.
A chance for her to remember her duty.
Oh. And which era is that?
An era? You helped her leave the Panopticon in the end. Where did she go?
Momentarily roused from his dream, the prisoner looks blankly for one moment, before his gaze drifts back towards the distant illusion.
Southward.
Antarctica, yeah, it's the only way to go.
There, on the no-man's continent, Manus Vindicte is preparing to recreate the parable of the past and future. A glorious past and a glimmering future belonging to Arcanus. Dr. Dorez is deeply connected to this particular parable.
What exactly are the Manus planning to do in Antarctica? And why would Dr. Dorez go there voluntarily?
The information revealed stirs unease in the hearts of the investigators from the Foundation.
Mr. Aleph, When did Dr. Dores depart?
It was a day when both the clouds and sun were visible.
A day when both the clouds and sun were visible? Could you be more specific?
Pacific? You mean the time of day?
His mind long ago lost any sense of time, a necessary exchange to make room for an infinite cosmos of words. He once again finds himself without an answer.
When both clouds and the sun were visible. Hey, Vertin, I think I know. It was 3 days ago. Then Dr. Doris wasn't going to Comala on the day I met her.
Yeah.
She was leaving. She was headed to Antarctica. It was cloudy that afternoon, with a brief spell of sunshine, just like Aleph described.
Oh man, there was... Oh.
Then it hasn't been long since she left. Excellent news.
Yeah, we didn't find her, but at least we know where she is.
3 days. If we set off immediately, we might still catch up to her. But, based on the intel we gathered in Ushuaia, Manus Vindicte bombed the entire port 3 days ago.
That explains it. That explains that little article about the destroyed port. So we can't go after them right away.
Clearly, they wanted to prevent any interference from the Foundation. It's unlikely we'll find any functioning ships there.
Time to bring the Apple the third, I guess.
I'll report the situation to the Buenos Aires branch. Timekeeper, I'm afraid we'll have to find another way to get there.
You're a fly, probably.
I have a boat.
You do? A small boat, gifted by Manus Vindicte. During the past several storms, he has taken his boat, traveling to Antarctica at Manus Vindicte's invitation to evade the reversion. Oh, so the prison isn't there. He just goes and saves himself. Oh.
Could you lend it to us? The situation's urgent, Mr. Aleph.
Okay, so the prison isn't immune. It was just he went to Antarctica to avoid. That is not a small ship. What are you talking about? Beneath the decrypted lighthouse, a battled little boat bobs in sync with the waves. That's a ship, that's not a boat, my man. It's a small and fragile, not the kind that seems capable of braving ICC.
This boat will automatically take you to McMurdo Port, the landing point Manus Vindicte established by the shores of the Ross Sea.
Soneto eyes the boat with skepticism, rightfully distrusting this advisor of Manus Vindicte.
This looks like Manus technology. Its arcane energy source is highly unstable.
Yeah, but we don't really have much of an option now, do we, Soneto?
Timekeeper, I suggest we wait for support in Ushuaia.
I don't usually agree with Soneto, but I have to admit, I don't have much confidence that a boat this small can actually make it to Antarctica.
Mr. Aleph, do you know anything about Manus Vindicte's ritual? How far has it progressed?
The ritual could begin at any moment. I believe that's why they left Kamala.
Yeah, it's pretty soon, probably.
Upon departure, one of their members, a woman named Grace, told me they would seal off the sea.
How the hell would they do that?
Are we too late?
If you wish to find Doris, you must follow the same path she took.
The distant drone of the raging waves fills the background like a repeating omen.
I see. Mr. Aleph, members of the Foundation branch will arrive soon to evaluate your condition. I hope you'll answer their questions with the same patience you showed us. Thank you. Soneto, let's go.
Yes, Timekeeper.
As always, Soneto keeps the mission irrelevant queries to herself. The girl's preparing to set sail, turn to the young rider beside him. Yeah, what are you gonna do,
Thank you for your assistance too, Recoleta. Perhaps you'll consider joining the...
No. A thunderous crash echoes from behind them. The sound of a collapsing building. Oh, what the hell?
What was that? It came from the Panopticon.
It broke. Yeah, it was breaking, so of course it disappeared. It was crashing down. Of course it got destroyed. Where is this? It's over there. There's a passage here. Its author is unknown. I returned once more to Kamala prison. To me, this massive cage is no longer an inseparable labyrinth. When I left, the lady from Manus Vindicta did not stop me, yet I could still feel her gaze, so sorrowful, so blurred, so cold, never once shifting away from me. On the streets of Ushuaia, a young girl pointed me back towards the prison. That severed thread tugged at my heart, and I knew with certainty that my mission lay here. If I were placed before fate, my life and death would seemingly follow a predetermined path to its destined end. And as I walk this path, I must carry not even a shred of hesitation. It is time to speak with Aleph, the one who answers all questions. That was probably, Alright. Chapter 20. In the place of my ashes. As day breaks, the story ends where the ashes rest. In the end, the night is not eternal. Yeah, Ushuaia's, the Panopticon is done. Blazing flames reflect in their eyes, just like the name of this island might suggest. A winter night stands sentinel over the great conflagration of every brick of Kamala prison crumbles and falls.
With Aleph's control gone, Kamala is collapsing.
Yes.
The inmates aren't even real criminals, are they? And they're still in there with no clue that they're no longer being watched from the central tower. We have to go tell them. We have to get them to safety.
I guess that's your mission, Recoleta.
Yes, we should help them get out. At least until support arrives. But the Manus ritual.
The battered boat sways within the light.
Don't worry. I'll go alone.
Huh?
You should hurry. When this is all over, I'll write to you, my dear friend. During this journey together, our teamwork has been impeccable. So, you can trust me to do this. I'm not doing it just to help you or the organization you represent. I'm doing it because the inmates are my friends.
Okay. I trust you. Take care of yourself, Recoleta.
But if the storm truly is imminent, as Dr. Merlin said, then, Miss Recoleta, you...
He's already a ghost, right? Sonato, more familiar than anyone with the Foundation's exhaustive regulations, has no ready answer. She knows that, in this era, before those arcanists remained ignorant of the truth, she must watch her words.
I don't quite understand what this storm is all about. But don't worry. A brand new adventure is the best thing that can happen to a writer. And I doubt it'll surpass the epic adventures we've shared over the past couple of days. I'm going to write everything, including the two of you, into my new novel.
Then I'd like to be the first to read this new novel, if that's alright.
Of course. Listen, I believe literature is like an endless, timeless river. So we'll meet again someday, somewhere. Probably in someone else's story. Who knows?
She takes one last look at her new friends, feeling a longing, as if they had known each other for decades. Then, without a backwards glance, the girl sprints back to the burning ruins of the prison.
Adiós, mis queridos amigos.
Oh, got a little music.
Escucho algo en la distancia que me indica el camino a la fantasía. Y emprendo mi andar a una ruta real. Hay una voz llamándome a otro lugar. Ten piedad por la felicidad. Yo te canto y por la libertad yo te canto.
Symbolism, eh? The burning book and everything. Ah, man, I got chills. Jesus. All the visitors depart, one after another. Amid the distant echoes of singing, the creator of this prison stares into the fire as it burns. The moment holds for a time, until a breathless jaguar appears at the dock's edge, staring at the human before her with uncertainty.
Dr. Merlin, you're Dr. Merlin, right? I finally found you. What on earth happened in the central tower? Right after I left, the whole panopticon started collapsing. The tower's in ruin. I've been looking for you everywhere. Please, sir, come with me. It isn't safe.
That won't be necessary. The snow is still falling. Yet everything in the labyrinth has already gone up in flames. Fortune, fate, karma. They're nothing but a ridiculous joke. It's over, Jaguar. You have lost your memories, your identity, your name, and now your title. You are no longer a jailer trapped in the Panopticon.
I don't get it, Dr. Merlin. What are you talking about?
The jailer takes a step back, her predator instincts sensing the danger in the words to come. The damage may not be physical, but it threatens to shatter what little faith she has left to hold on to, and the life she has always known.
I'm going back to Kamala. Order must be maintained. The prisoners mustn't be allowed to escape. Please take care, Dr. Merlin.
Oh man, she really doesn't want to lose the jailer title, doesn't she? She's in denial. Nerves torn between panic and hesitation, the jailer at last turns towards the searing flames.
Hey, you! Don't run off like that! It's dangerous!
No one heeds her cries. One prisoner after another flees in terror, escaping the crumbling labyrinth.
In deserts! In stars! In labyrinths!
We dream on death's straw pillow!
The jailer drifts through the raging scene, unable to steer a sensible course. At last, she pins down a frail and powerless prisoner beneath her weight.
Stop! Get off me! Let me go! Are you blind? The Panopticon is falling apart!
It's you, Roberta.
The jailer recognized the prisoner under her grip. Roberta, a kind and quiet prisoner, always well behaved, now panicked and desperate to escape.
They are all mad! I knew it! They've been insane from the start! The whole place is burning to the ground and they still won't leave! They're still talking and talking about things that no one cares about! I can't help them! I never understood what they were talking about! The rhythms, the factions, the ideologies. Yes, the people were nice. The idealists too, but I've had enough of this prison. I've had enough of the Panopticon.
She collapses onto the ground, sobbing.
I never should have joined these movements. It was all meaningless from the beginning. I want to leave this place. Go to Spain or France. Anywhere but here. I want to go back to Magdalena.
The jaguar releases her grip. Without a backwards glance, Roberta leaves. The jailer steps back into the circular structure she knows is her only home. Damn, look at this.
Por la felicidad yo te canto y por la libertad yo te canto. Nada podrá parar ni vencer mi ser.
Under the night sky, she sees the Kamala prison glowing like a brilliant bonfire. Oh, we're going back.
But how does literature make you feel?
As though I'm a kid looking through a kaleidoscope for the first time. Well, maybe that's not the best way to put it. Perhaps something a little more subtle.
The young writer drowns in the vortex of words as the blind woman walks away. She walks silently towards Kamala Prison, arriving at the docks hidden between cliff and reefs. There, the prisoner who answers all questions awaits her arrival.
A ship, sailing to an unfamiliar land. A parable of the past and future. An era that once existed and is yet to come. Is this the answer you've provided, Mr. Aleph?
No, Erd. You will have to find this answer yourself. No one can help you with this. No one.
I see. Thank you, Mr. Aleph. I will remember what you've told me.
Oh, back in a different aspect ratio. So the Platonic year. Whirls out a new right and wrong. Rolls out the old instead. Rolls in the old instead. All men are dancers in their fray. Goes to the barbarous clangor of a gong. It's heard. W.B. Yeats, 1919. The end. Man. It was a good damn chapter, I will say. And what do you have to say? Oh, nothing. In 1991, information moved at lightning speed thanks to technological advancements. Oh, Santos. Why are you here? The Admiral sent me to deliver the latest updates. Oh yeah, I forgot he escaped. I think Igor has misunderstood something. Just because we're both here doesn't mean the Apostles, Brotherhood, and Xeno are obliged to work together. Mr. Santos, I know the preacher said it before. Each and every one of us is their subject. Why don't you just tell me what Igor really sent you here for? Xeno's intelligence officers intercepted a message from the Foundation's Buenos Aires branch. How typical of Xeno to do something like that. The message states that a fleet from the Foundation, including a battleship and a destroyer, has departed from the north and is heading south. You're telling me those gray and white checkers are actually sending a fleet? The General wants you to speed up the transport of personnel and supplies, and to weaken the manpower of the Foundation's Buenos Aires branch as much as possible. Let me make this perfectly clear, I do not answer to him. But for the preacher, and for them, I will fulfill my duty. Tell your Admiral that he doesn't need to worry about anything else. I will prepare a proper welcome for the Foundation's feeble little fleet. Understood. Alright, it was a very good chapter, I will say. Not the best, but not the worst. I will say it's definitely up there. I'm pretty sure I would have found it a lot better if I understood the literary the books they were referencing. But yeah, it was very good, I will say. Anyways, fuck it, they can do one spin on her. And nothing. Yeah, I figured. We got a tenant, which I already have maxed of. Oh well, that's gonna be it now. Alright everyone, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for Ruínas Gloriosas y Directrices de Metáforas. Glorious ruins and metaphor directories? Something like that. Yeah. Alright, I'll see you next time. Ciao.